Hi, I'm back. Usually I don't really tend to love fruity fragrances too much because they can easily get too cloying and sweet and juvenile. But when I do really love a good fruity fragrance, I really love them. So I got the idea of just making videos based off of one fruit note per video. And today I'm going to talk about mango-based fragrances. It's one of my favorite fruits. I love the taste of it. I love to eat it raw. I also really like it in cuisine, just general cuisine. It's really nice used in jams and curries. The riper varieties are used for that. It's really lovely in juices and smoothies. And dried mango. I don't know if you've tasted that, but delicious. But my favorite use of mango in cuisine has to be mango chutney, which is made from greener, more unripe type of mangoes. And especially in combination with bobotie, mango chutney is delicious. And now bobotie, just a little side note, bobotie is a traditional South African minced meat dish, curried minced meat with apples and raisins and almonds, and it has this egg-based topping, an oven dish, and it's served typically with yellow rice and mango chutney, and that is so delicious. It's one of my favorite things to eat in the whole world, and one of my favorite things to cook. So mangoes, special place in my heart. I like giving a bit of background information, so I'm going to give a bit of background information. Ripe mangoes typically give off a very sweet, resinous, tangy kind of smell. They smell a little bit like pine, or pinene, as it's officially or scientifically called. And there's a reason for that. I looked into it. And the reason is that apparently 5 of the 6 compounds found in pine needles are also found in mango pulp. So, and these compounds that I'm talking about are a part of a larger group called terpenes. And terpenes or terpines are basically normally found in resins of coniferous trees. So, the more you know. Something I discovered whilst researching mangoes for you guys actually gave me great relief. A couple of years ago, I remember finding these veiny things in my mangoes, and I actually went and Googled that to check if they weren't to double check to see if they weren't worms. But they weren't worms. Mango worms look differently. But I didn't really find out what that was. It was weird. It looked weird, and it also tasted. Ugh. But so today I found out what those weird-looking veins were finally, and I have the answer, and I'm going to tell you if you want to know. You can just skip to the perfumes if you're bored by all this. But education time. Mangoes have an extensive network of canals that form a complex network just under the skin and in the flesh. These canals store resin or sap and are normally flesh-colored in appearance. When the canals become brown-black in color, it becomes the fruit quality defect known as resin canal discoloration, or RCD. Yeah, and I found headlines that read, "Mango industry discovers highly infectious bacteria as cause of ugly veins of resin canal discoloration." Yeah, so they weren't worms, obviously, but now we know. The mango's resinous milky liquid, or sap, excreted from the mango's little butthole, or stem, is said to have antimicrobial or antifungal properties. So they could be used as food preservatives. They're also known to be very juicy. Apparently they pack so much liquid that they squirt out streams of this resinous sap when they're harvested. And that's why mangoes are so sticky, because they're covered in this resin. And that's why it's a good idea to wash them before you eat them. And also because some people actually get contact dermatitis or just rashes from this resinous sap. So it's better not to eat it, but usually it's fine. I think it's maybe time to move on to the actual fragrances. So I have 10 fragrances for you guys today. My first top 10 list. Haha. At number 10, I have Luna by Kemi's Blending Magic. And the only reason it's at number 10 is because I don't really get a lot of mango in here. But it is really lovely. So the name of Alchemy, the brand, is based on alchemy, the magical medieval forerunner of chemistry. Now, the name alchemy actually means Egyptian art. And I quote, because the Egyptians called their land Kemi, and it was assumed that they were the most powerful magicians in the world. Now, this is quite a mysterious brand, newish brand, because it's not super clear that they're owned by the Xerjoff universe. I needed to do a bit of digging, because I hadn't heard of it, actually. But it's also owned by Sergio Momo, and the nose behind it is Chris Maurice, who's also responsible for a lot of releases by Xerjoff and Sospiro, and I think all of the Kemi line house. Yeah. But to me, this is basically a leather scent with some mango, but I don't really get a lot of the mango, as I said earlier. It's very woody. It's definitely a quality perfume, and I see myself wearing this. And I think this would be really, really great on a guy. It's basically just a very nice, delicate leather with some mango and fruitiness and apricot. Unfortunately, I don't get much of the fruitiness, but that's probably just my sugar-absorbing skin at fault there. It's classified as an oriental floral. And the top notes are lemon, mandarin, apple, mango, herbal notes, black currant, apricot, incense, and spicy notes. The middle notes, cedarwood, jasmine, rose, iris, and Russian leather. And the base notes, amber, musk, and vanilla Madagascar. Next up at number 9, we have Chypre Mojo by Parle de Parfum. And that one is basically a mango Chypre. A feminine mango Chypre, which would also work very, very well on a guy. Basically, it's Chypre with mango. There's not many notes in here, at least not listed on Fragrantica. So it's mango. You get the herbal, earthy it projects. You just open the cap and you already get a lot of it. So you get the earthy, herbal quality of the patchouli. Then you get that freshness of the bergamot. And that floral aspect of the carnation give it a more perfumey aspect. It's very perfumey, but And what's good about this is the mango in this isn't too sweet. The sweetness of the mango really gets toned down by the patchouli and the more sour citrus notes. So yeah, very beautiful Chypre with mango notes. Gorgeous. Next up, we have a fresh, clean, masculine mango called Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian. Bye Kilian. Bye. And this is just a fresh, clean, masculine mango, basically. I find it quite masculine because it has a lot of masculine notes, I guess. Vetiver, black pepper, citrus give it quite the masculine edge, but that does get toned down a bit because the opening is a bit too sharp and masculine for me. It does get toned down a bit by the rice notes and the coconut, which smooths it out and makes it a bit creamier. At first I got a bit of a detergent like feeling or smell. It reminds me too much of a cleaning product of some sort. A very, very great cleaning product, but too clean. But I don't tend to gravitate to clean. But yeah, I can't complain about this. This is gorgeous. Very nice, clean, masculine mango. In the dry down, when it smooths out, it is quite lovely. The mango in this is not too sweet. And the nose behind this is Khalees Becker, who's also the nose behind a lot of other by Kilians and some bestsellers like J'adore and Tommy Girl. Quite a well-known nose. And then at number 7, one not to wear on a heat wave sort of day, but it's still good on a summer day, is Angels aux Croisière by Mugler. This is the 2020 release, which in contrast to the 2019 release is less of a ripe sweet mango and has more of that unripe green mangoness and more fig, lots more fig. But it's very heavy on the mango still. And basically it's just your typical angel, a bit watered down angel with mango and fig. So it's quite nice for summer. I prefer the opening because you don't get much of the typical angel base, the angelade as Anne-Catherine calls it. In the beginning you just really get the mango and the fig, which is lovely. And then the dry down, it's more of that typical angel DNA, but not as strong. So it's more suitable for warmer weather. So it's definitely my favorite angel, but not my favorite mango because it's not really, because I don't really like angels. Simple as that. Next up, I have one that I unfortunately haven't had the chance to get to know very intimately yet, since I only have this silly little dabber sample. And let's remind myself, I hate opening these. Everyone hates opening these. Here's the kitty. Oh, this is so gorgeous. So I have here Un Jardin sur le Nil by Hermes, Jean-Claude Ellena's infamous Jardin sur le Nil. So this is a classic that we really can't leave behind in this list. It's basically a grapefruit, green mango, lotus scent. That's all I get. But it is complex. It is beautifully refreshing. And it doesn't really seem to last very long on me, but that's probably the fault of the dabber. It has nice projection, but I think it might last longer if I actually gave it some decent sprays. But it just smells absolutely delicious and extremely uplifting, and I'm definitely planning to get myself a full bottle of this. It's super cheap, beautiful bottle, masterpiece, classic. And I can't wait to just give this a proper wearing on a very, very warm heat wave kind of day, because it's so refreshing. It's so gorgeous for the hottest day, like the most gorgeous grapefruit with mango, green, sweet but tangy kind of. It smells like this. It smells a lot more like the skin of a mango. Story time. It's supposed to represent an impressionistic stroll through the island gardens of the Nile at Aswan. And I'm going to read a little excerpt from the Hermes website and Ellena himself. A garden full of life, generous and sparkling, where the scents of green mango, lotus blossoms and bulrush blend with incense and sycamore wood. A new and rather unusual concept of freshness, green and vegetal scents, the smell of water and sand. Quite gorgeous. And Ellena's creative progress was actually beautifully chronicled in an article by Chandler Burr for The New Yorker. I will link that article over there somewhere. Oh no, I can't link it. I will put it in the description. And that article eventually became the basis of the book The Perfect Scent, A Year Inside the Perfume Industry in Paris and New York, published in 2008. Now, I don't have a physical copy of that book since I listened to it on Audible, the audiobook version. But I do own a physical copy of an even better book by Chandler Burr called The Emperor of Scent. which was published in 2003, and which is basically about how scientist fraghead Luca Turin originated the theory about the functioning of our sense of smell. And if you don't want to watch that, because it does get very technical, just go watch the video I'm gonna link. And this book, The Emperor of Scent, actually resulted in the New Yorker contacting Chandler Burr, commissioning him to write that article about the creation of perfume, which became The Perfect Scent, about how Ellena created this classic. And I believe Jardin sur le Nil was the first fragrance that Ellena did for Hermes as Hermes's in-house perfumer. He did a couple before that, but that was before Hermes actually had in-house perfumers. So, yeah, interesting. This is, I just want to show off my collection. And then I have a bunch of audiobooks too, but if you want me to do a video on perfume books, let me know. I haven't finished all of them though, I must admit. The olfactory emotion it's supposed to evoke is fresh and delicate, and the main raw materials listed on the Hermes website are green mango, lotus and sycamore wood. Fragrantica lists a bunch more. They say it has grapefruit, bulrush, very rarely used note, carrot, tomato leaf, orange, hyacinth, peony, musk, iris, incense, labdanum and cinnamon, next to the green mango and lotus, of course. So it's deliciously refreshing, and it really does evoke a beautiful garden of fruits and veggies and just a mix of, I don't know, it's too complex to actually put in words. It's difficult to describe, and I don't know it well enough to describe. So moving on. At number 4 is Bombay Bling by Neela Vermeire Creations, created in 2011 by Bertrand Duchaufour. And this one might have deserved a spot in my top 3, but unfortunately I only recently discovered it, so I haven't really had the opportunity to get to know it very intimately yet. And so I haven't really fallen in love with it just yet as much as I have with the other 3, but it really is beautiful. Mango is the national fruit of India, so the name of this makes a lot of sense, Bombay Bling. And just like the city, there's a lot going on, a lot of outspoken contrast in this. It's bright and loud, but also with a hint of darkness. It opens with a vibrant and sweet, but not overly sweet, mango, lychee, blackcurrant, accompanied by something slightly spicy from the cardamom and the caraway, I think, with a bouquet of florals, frangipani, tuberose, gardenia, jasmine, rose, ylang ylang in the mid, and a darker base of woody notes, patchouli and tobacco. I get mango and tobacco in here, but it's quite difficult to discern any of the other notes. It's just well blended, and it's just an obscure mix of everything that's hard to really put my finger or nose on. I think it may seem simple at first sniff, or like typical perfumey, but it really is quite stunning and complex, and also just beautiful for, has a nice high quality niche fruity summery fragrance. Next up at number 3 is a gorgeous manly vetiver mango by Schwarzlose Berlin called Treffpunkt 8 Uhr, and I've mentioned this before. And this is my second sample of this fragrance. I don't think I'm going to get a full bottle because it is a bit too manly for me, but it's stunning. So this is basically mango with ginger and vetiver. This is a very sexy, masculine, wearable vetiver mango fragrance that was launched in 2012. And the nose behind it is Veronique Nyberg. She's one of the noses behind Paco Rabanne's Invictus and Mugler's Alien Extraordinaire. So this is vetiver dominant, and it opens with an unripe mango. It has some citrusy notes, some citrusy vetiver. Unripe mango and ginger. Isoe super, saffron and sage. It's pleasant, it's unoffensive. I think anyone can wear this. Woman, man, nighttime, daytime, any season. Good for partying, good for office wear. It's non-offensive, and it's creative. So that's quite unique about this. I think it's very wearable, but still unique. Really, really nice vetiver. And the oh, let me spray it again. Oh, no, I'm gonna wear this. Oh, this is one of those kind of fragrances. But I kind of want to keep it for a guy. I wouldn't mind smelling it on myself though. So like I said, it's very versatile. I think it's a world in a fragrance. It's a lot at once. Both bright and dark, light and heavy, complex and simple. It's masculine and feminine. It's daytime, it's nighttime, it's all seasons. It's sweet, it's sour, it's green, it's nutty, it's woody. It's just all the adjectives. And a very artistic house, by the way. Well done, Schwarzlose Berlin. Number 2, we have a rich, creamy mango, Cruz del Sur by Xerjoff. A very true-to-life, realistic mango, accompanied by pineapple. Love me a good show and tell. And it has guava and milky notes. And to me, this evokes images of Amazonian princesses devouring sumptuous, mouth-watering mangoes from an exuberantly decadent fruit buffet in a majestic, luscious tropical forest full of flamboyant parrots and overflowing fruit baskets. If a place like this exists, by the way, drop its coordinates down below. Thank you. The notes in here are mango, pineapple, apple blossoms, milky notes, floral bouquet of exotic flowers, green leaves, vetiver, cedarwood, soft musk, blackcurrant, guava, and candied fruits. So this smells like a magnificent mango smoothie, but in the most luscious, wearable, edible, sexy way. Basically, it's a high-end, lavish mango smoothie. It's inoffensive enough to be able to wear at work. It's unpretentious enough to just wear casually. I can wear it in any season, but it's perfect for summer. And it's classy enough to wear to a formal event, so it's super versatile. Can get a lot of use out of this, and I think it's extremely crowd-pleasing. Don't think many people would not like this, even people who don't like fruity fragrances, because it's a very high-quality fruity mango. So basically another beautiful, non-juvenile, fruity beauty. And at number 1, you might have guessed, because it's probably the best mango fragrance of all time, is Mango Skin by Vilhelm Parfumerie. I only have samples. This is my second sample. Almost drained it. Just sprayed some more over here. And the opening is... the opening is... But... yeah. Have I mentioned I like it? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I have a bottle of another one from the brand, A Lilac a Day, which is also absolutely stunning. Love this one. But Mango Skin, yeah, Mango Skin is a soulmate kind of love. It's my lobster. So I need a full bottle. I need one. But this was on sale. 50% off. Last one. It's at Skins. Skins. And my favorite shop. Sponsor me, please. To me, this is... How can I put this? The most beautiful, mouth-watering, have I mentioned it's mouth-watering? Mouth-watering, true-to-life mango, entangled in a passionate tango with the most gorgeous, tangy black currant. Just something you want to put your teeth in. It really does fit the name perfectly. It's more mango skin. The outside of a mango is absolutely stunning. It has that tangy feel. That's the resinous quality I spoke of earlier, and the blackcurrant enhances that beautifully. There's a bit of a clash of the notes going on with this one, since Fragrantica lists completely different notes than this house's website. Fragrantica lists as top notes orange, mango, and violet leaf, mid notes of ylang ylang, frangipani, and mango blossom, and base notes of civet, musk, red wine, and red currant. I don't get most of those. Whereas the Wilhelmina Parfumerie website lists something entirely different. In the top notes, they say blackberries, which I guess is that not the same as blackcurrant? I'm not sure. Mango and black pepper. Middle notes of wild orris, black lotus, and jasmine. Base notes of patchouli, vanilla, and pink sugar. I'm also going to take the liberty of reading what they say on their website, because sometimes they say it better than any reviewer can. Have you ever really tasted one? With a single bite, you can feel the mango in your veins. Wild colors, endless skies, and untamed happiness. Breathtaking South Africa becomes the backdrop for this expressionist burst of blackberries, mango, and black pepper. A ripe fruit that reveals its complex flavors. A cocktail of wild orris, black lotus, and jasmine that leaves behind patchouli, vanilla, and a hint of pink sugar. So the mango is very dominant in here. The black currants of the blackberry or the blackberries support it perfectly with that slight sour, sweet, green, fruity, tangy aspect. And if there is frangipani in there as listed in us on Fragrantica, it probably serves to enhance the mango's tropical qualities even further. So like I said, I can't really detect any of the other notes listed on Fragrantica. But just like with Enchanted Forest, it's really difficult to get the individual notes in there. There's so many notes, and it's... so this is basically mango and blackcurrant to me. And as it dries down, the blackcurrant does dissipate, and you're left with a creamier, smoother mango, less tangy. And at that point, I do get more of the orris butter, creamy vanilla aspect. But it's just beautiful from start to end. If it could stay the way it is in the opening, I would be the happiest girl in the world. The mid and the end, the dry down, is also really, really stunning. But that opening, Jesus Christ. Juicy, fleshy, sweet opening. 3 honorable mentions that didn't really make the cut, but maybe still deserve a mention. First of all, Oud Rain by Renier, launched in 2018. The nose behind it is Daniel Josier, and this is basically an Oudi mango. I didn't include it in the list basically because I just didn't get enough mango, but it does seem like other people do get tons of mango in here, and I believe them because my skin, like I said with Luna, just tends to absorb sugar and sweetness, so I can kind of see it. I'm just always left with the woody stuff. It's still a nice fragrance though. Then 2 other mentions are 2 cheapies, because I know I'm a bit of a niche snob, and there are some good designers out there. Eau de Lacoste L1212 pour Elle Magnétique, the purple bottle. This one, well, this is like a 10 ml. It's not unpleasant, but it's not very pleasant either in the opening, at least, because that opening smells like the typical stuff that I don't like in fruity fragrances. It smells juvenile and cheap and cloying and but the dry down is really nice for a cheapie. The top notes are orange, clementine, and mango. The middle notes are heliotrope, jasmine, rose, and violet leaf, and the base notes patchouli, tonka, and vanilla. But this is mango and vanilla to me, but it's nice. The dry down is nice. It's good for a cheapie. And then a nostalgic favorite, as a last mention, Boss Woman. The name is kind of half off of the bottle. Oh no, it was like that, yeah. It just says man now, but the woo is missing. So Boss, Hugo Boss Woman Launched in 2000. The nose behind it is Sophie Labbe. And yeah, I still have the bottle for sentimental reasons because it smells absolutely horrible because it's over 15 years old. There's still enough of the original stuff in there to remind me of what it originally smelled like. And I really loved it. But my taste did change. So I think even the new stuff is probably not going to be something I'm going to want to wear, but I loved it. I don't really have a lot of sensible things to say about this one, except that I used to love it when I was younger. That's it for today. I hope you got your daily portion of fruits and veggies. And like I said in the beginning, I am planning to do more of these fruity-based fragrance videos. Next time I'll probably be doing pineapple and peach and apple, pear, raspberry, you name it. You can help me out if you have any favorites, especially all-time favorites, fruity fragrances of any kind of fruit that's dominant on one fruit especially, then please let me know so I can go test it out if I haven't already. And hopefully maybe I can also include that in the next videos. So thanks for sticking with me until the end, and I will see you soonish. So I can 10, number 9, number 8, number 7. Did I 10, 9, 8? Yeah, 7. So 7, I can count to 10. Yes. Again. 12.
Playing from MacBook Air 2.
Spying. Bouquet of exotic flowers. Sweet. Ugh, it's ridiculous. I have no words. There's a dog. He agrees. First of all, Oud Renier. Oud Rain, I mean. First of all, Oud Rain. Rain, the little mango mukbang. Very ripe mango. This one has no diseases. The veins always get stuck in my teeth. You see? I've been waiting so long to eat this. I'll eat it properly later, I promise. How do you eat your mangoes? Do you make like a little hedgehog thingy out of it? Or what do you do? Do you just wing it like me and make a big mess? I'm gonna have to wash this dress now, probably. Yeah, it's going on my dress. I'm an idiot. Hi, I'm animal. Now, when you get to the pit, the pine taste comes out even more. Have a good weekend. Or week. Whenever I finish the editing of this. I don't know when it's gonna be. No, I don't plan stuff. Anyway, bye.